New this morning, summer is a time to get outside and make memories as a family. There's one local family who spend every weekend at the skate park, an activity they once thought would never be possible.
You're gonna show her what your helmet looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that your helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite part of your helmet, Sora?
Lots of stickers.
Lots of stickers. Everybody kind of has this idea or this, I don't want to say fantasy, but they have this hope of what it's going to be like to be a parent. And you think about all the things that you want to do with your children when you have them, and you kind of like future plan. And when things don't turn out the way you expect it to, it's difficult, you know? Nobody is, I think, ever prepared to be a special needs parent. Good job, Kai Kai. Can we put your helmet on now? Yeah? And see here, oh my gosh, look at you, you look so handsome. Sora has a rare chromosomal deletion called Prader-Willi syndrome. It's a 1 in 30,000 chromosome deletion, and it affects his hypothalamus, which is the command center for his brain. He also has cerebral palsy, predominantly affecting his right side. So, you know, Sora has got a lot of things counting against him. You know, he's got a condition that gives him low muscle tone. It puts him in a state where he might not necessarily feel pain. And now he's got a condition that makes it difficult for his joints to move. His right foot has a tendency to point all the time, and he's limited in range of motion. Ah!
So close.
Yeah, buddy. When I first got Sora's diagnosis, it was heartbreaking. Send it, Kai Kai! Yeah, oh no! My wife and I were cleaning out the garage one day, and then Sora found my old skateboard and started riding it down the driveway.
Yeah.
And my first reaction was, oh my gosh, Sora's skateboarding! And then it was, oh my gosh, he's headed right towards the street. And from there, it was just kind of like, why not skateboarding? You know, it wasn't something that, you know, anybody ever recommended to it. It was something that we just kind of fell into, isn't it? All right, here we go. We have this just amazing community, and we would have never had it had Sora never just decided to stand on a skateboard one day. Sora's biggest strength is that he's not afraid of anything. It's also our biggest weakness is that he's not afraid of anything. Anything is possible as long as you're willing to take the risk and try. Whoa! Good job, Sora. That was awesome. Just because your child is challenged or has a physical adaptation doesn't mean that they can't do something. You know, it's up to that child to decide if they can or can't do it. Didn't go the way that we wanted to, but you did an amazing drop-in. We went from struggling to find a community where we felt like we fit in and that we had support to suddenly having this massive family of friends and skateboarders that we see every single week. Yeah, good job. Good job, Sora. It's given us the community that we always kind of desperately needed and hoped for, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's a ham. I never imagined that, you know, I'd be skating with my 5-year-old and I'd be skating with my 8-year-old, but also how much it's changed my wife as well, and the fact that she now skates and through skateboarding it's helped give her a community as well. And I want more parents to look outside of what we traditionally think of in terms of sports and activities, because you never know what your child's going to be able to excel at. Treat them as a blank canvas as much as possible, and sometimes you just gotta throw things at that canvas and see what sticks. If you don't, you might miss out on something beautiful.
And coming up this month, there's a chance for your child to try more than a dozen different sports all in one place. The Community Youth Camp through the Columbus Foundation offers this every summer. This event allows kids ages 6 to 12 to try more than a dozen different sports, from pickleball to street hockey. There are 2 sessions, and they're happening the last 2 weeks of June.
We like to say for this camp and your kid, just add water. Basically, we've got everything else covered, meals, snacks, equipment that they'll need to play, and in many cases they'll actually go home with some equipment. Like the Blue Jackets are a terrific partner, and they send every kid home with a street hockey stick.
There are also scholarship opportunities, so that cost is not a barrier. Full scholarships are still available. The deadline to register is coming up this Thursday, June 8th. You can find out more at columbussports.org.